The Israel-Palestine situation, it's just a clear case of oppression for us, and it's really very jarring, it's very disheartening, and it actually incites people more to push back and say, like, well, no, I have, this is my base right, that I'm at least allowed to address it and allowed to speak about it. And I had drawn parallels between this and 9/11. It's because, all right, well, I'm not the one that perpetrated it, right? You know, we are not the ones that perpetrated this horrendous event, and we will continue to stand up for ourselves, and we'll continue standing up for our religion. There was I think, a larger element of fear at that time, and this time I see that element of fear to be significantly smaller and just more vocal. So it was something that was really, really important to me in seeing and trying of putting into perspective to our community how we respond to tragedy. And our previous responses have always shifted us into a positive trajectory, and which is something that I kind of wanted to conceptualize and like kind of ingrain, be like, hey, listen, yeah, it's sad and upsetting, but remember that anytime any tragedy has happened in the past, how we pivoted it, how we were able to monopolize on that tragedy to bring an even greater positive effect to the larger community.
This might be the wrong word, but do you believe the community and families that attend here have an expectation of you in terms of your narratives related to conflicts like Palestine and Israel?
So there are some that will be more divisive than others. I think when it comes to like local politics, like, oh, you know, do you support the Democrats or the Republicans? That is very divisive. But when it comes to overseas conflicts or overseas issues, I believe there's a lot more unity behind those. You might have more dissidence when it comes to, like, for example, Egyptian politics or Kenyan politics, but I think there are certain universal issues that, as a community, nobody's going to be like, nobody's going to say, okay, no, we shouldn't send aid to Morocco because of the earthquakes, or to Turkey because of the earthquakes, or we shouldn't aid the Palestinians, right? It's never been an issue like, okay, we need to fund their weapons. That was never even on the table for discussion. It's like, no, there's humanitarian aid that is required, and we are in. If you look across the board, everybody's demanding for a ceasefire. Everybody's demanding for a stop. Everybody's demanding for some type of negotiation. Nobody's calling for war.